Well, today, former President Donald Trump is in Washington, where he is set to participate in a Fighting Anti-Semitism in America event and address the Israeli-American Council National Summit. Yesterday, he rallied with supporters in New York, where a series of close congressional races could decide which party controls the House in January. CBS News campaign reporter Taurean Small is covering the Trump campaign for us from Washington today. Taurean, always good to see you. A closer look at developments. We're going to take a closer look at developments in the race for the White House. What can you tell us about the events on deck for the former president today, and what angle is he taking when we talk about winning over the Jewish vote?
Yeah, and Marie, this fighting anti-Semitism event and this speech before the Israeli-American Council Summit is really to just draw daylight between the Trump campaign and the Harris Wall campaign's response to the Israel-Hamas war. Trump is trying to clearly define his ticket as the pro-Israel ticket and underscore maybe the influences by some of the more progressive wings of the Democratic Party in response to the future of this conflict.
At his rally last night, Trump responded to allegations or responded to the news that we were just talking about of Iran attempting to interfere in the election. Here's what he had to say.
Iran hacked into my campaign. I don't know what the hell they found. I'd like to find out. Couldn't have been too exciting. But they gave it to the Biden campaign.
All right, we should also note that the Harris campaign has also responded saying, in part, quote, "We're not aware of any material being sent directly to the campaign. A few individuals were targeted on their personal emails with what looked like a spam or phishing attempt. We condemn in the strongest terms any efforts by foreign actors to interfere in the U.S. elections, including this unwelcome and unacceptable malicious activity." So should voters be concerned about foreign actors' potential involvement in the election? I think that's something we've been sort of talking about throughout the morning. And is this setting the stage for Trump to, I don't know, suggest that maybe the election was rigged?
Anne-Marie, the Department of Homeland Security has been sounding this alarm since the summer, really. Outside of some of those issues that your last guest just discussed with you, they specifically talked about the potential influence in this election by foreign actors through the use of AI-generated content. As we just heard there from the former president, it's likely that he will invoke these hacking attempts by foreign actors as, you know, he continues to sow doubt preemptively about the results of the 2024 presidential election.
All right, Taurean, thank you very much.